What if your next vacation didn't just take you across the globe, but beyond it, into space? And what if every single detail of that journey, from the view outside your spacecraft window to the meals you enjoy in zero gravity, was tailored specifically to your preferences? This isn't science fiction anymore. It's the future of space tourism, powered by advanced artificial intelligence. In this video, we're diving into how AI is not only making space travel more accessible, but also entirely personalized, creating journeys as unique as the travelers themselves. From serene luxury retreats orbiting Earth to adrenaline-fueled excursions to distant asteroids, AI is transforming the way we dream about and experience the cosmos. Get ready, because this is where cutting-edge technology meets the ultimate frontier. Now, imagine planning your ultimate vacation, but instead of scrolling through endless options, everything is perfectly tailored to you by artificial intelligence. This is the future of space tourism, where AI removes all the guesswork, crafting highly personalized journeys that cater to your every need and desire. It starts with AI-driven algorithms analyzing your personal preferences, past travel habits, health data, and even your lifestyle. Love stargazing? Your itinerary might include a private observation dome on a space station with the perfect views of distant galaxies during peak meteor showers. Prefer adventure? AI might schedule an exhilarating moonwalk to coincide with a breathtaking lunar sunrise. AI's ability to curate these bespoke experiences is groundbreaking. For example, it could factor in your physical condition to ensure activities are not just enjoyable but safe. Let's say your health metrics suggest you might need extra time to adjust to microgravity. AI would build in extended low-intensity activities at first, such as floating through an observation deck, before introducing more challenging adventures like space station tours or asteroid hikes. This ensures your experience is both exciting and perfectly in sync with your body's needs, but it doesn't stop there. Even the spacecraft cabin you travel in could be handpicked for you. If you value peace and quiet, AI might assign you a soundproofed room far from high-traffic areas. Prefer a social atmosphere? Your cabin might be closer to communal spaces where you can mingle with other travelers. These algorithms can even optimize smaller details, like adjusting cabin lighting to match your circadian rhythm or preloading an entertainment library curated to your tastes. It's as if the entire journey is designed with you in mind. This level of customization isn't just theoretical either. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are already experimenting with AI-guided personalization to enhance customer experiences. For example, AI could help you choose the right launch date based on weather patterns or match you with a group of like-minded travelers, ensuring every moment feels as seamless and engaging as possible. These technologies are laying the groundwork for a new era in tourism, where space exploration feels deeply personal rather than one-size-fits-all. Of course, achieving this balance of individual desires and technical constraints is no small feat. Space travel, by its nature, involves rigid scheduling and limited resources. Launch windows depend on precise orbital calculations, and activities like moonwalks or spacewalks require strict safety protocols. This is where AI truly shines. It operates like an invisible orchestra conductor, harmonizing your preferences with the logistical realities of operating in space. For instance, if you want a moonwalk with the best views, AI would cross-reference lunar phases, terrain suitability, and mission safety guidelines to find the perfect moment. It ensures that even in the most tightly controlled environment, your experience feels uniquely tailored. This mix of personalization and practicality is what sets AI apart as a game-changer for space tourism. It doesn't just adapt to challenges, it thrives on solving them, turning potential constraints into creative opportunities. The result, a new frontier in travel that's not just about crossing physical boundaries but creating meaningful, one-of-a-kind experiences for every traveler. And if planning a vacation to space can feel this effortless, it begs the question, how much further can AI transform the possibilities of human exploration? Safety is, without question, one of the most critical aspects of space tourism. Venturing beyond Earth's atmosphere presents challenges far beyond those of a typical vacation, and ensuring the safety of travelers in this extreme environment is paramount. This is where artificial intelligence takes center stage once again, with predictive maintenance systems revolutionizing how we monitor and manage spacecraft performance. These systems don't just react to problems, they anticipate and prevent them, drastically reducing risks and paving the way for more routine and reliable space travel. Here's how it works. Predictive AI relies on vast amounts of data collected from thousands of previous flights, simulations, and operational tests. By analyzing this data in real time, AI systems can identify patterns that human engineers might overlook. For instance, sensors embedded across the spacecraft can feed constant streams of information: temperature fluctuations, pressure changes, vibration levels, and even the tiniest structural abnormalities into the AI system. The AI then processes this data to predict when components might be nearing failure, allowing maintenance teams to address the issue long before it becomes a serious threat. Let's take an example. Imagine a spacecraft's oxygen filtration system begins showing minor deviations in performance. It's not something a human might notice immediately, but the AI flags it as a potential problem based on patterns seen in previous missions. It calculates the exact likelihood of failure and recommends proactive repairs or adjustments before the issue can escalate. This not only prevents catastrophic failures mid-flight, but also reduces downtime between missions, making space tourism operations more efficient and reliable. These predictive systems don't just focus on large, obvious issues. They also optimize smaller, routine checks to maximize spacecraft performance. For instance, the AI might determine that a specific engine component will need replacement after 300 hours of operation instead of the traditional 200, based on its real-time condition. By fine-tuning maintenance schedules in this way, operators can extend the lifespan of components without compromising safety, ultimately lowering costs and improving accessibility for future travelers. The beauty of predictive AI lies in its ability to learn and improve over time. Every mission provides new data, enhancing the system's accuracy and reliability. Over time, it could help make space travel as predictable and routine as today's commercial aviation, where passengers board aircraft with the confidence that thousands of safety checks have already been conducted seamlessly in the background. But of course, implementing these systems isn't without its challenges. The harsh conditions of space radiation, extreme temperatures, and a lack of gravity can affect both the spacecraft and the very sensors feeding data to the AI. Engineers must design highly resilient systems that can function flawlessly in this environment, ensuring that no critical data is lost or misinterpreted. Another consideration is the sheer complexity of spacecraft. Unlike a commercial airliner, every component of a spacecraft must withstand conditions that are far more unforgiving. This means predictive maintenance systems need to account for a wider range of variables, such as how materials behave under prolonged exposure to microgravity or how repeated launches affect structural integrity. Training AI to handle this level of complexity requires unprecedented amounts of data and collaboration across industries. Despite these hurdles, the advancements being made are nothing short of remarkable. Companies like SpaceX and Boeing are already leveraging predictive AI to monitor and maintain their spacecraft. These systems are not only critical for the success of space tourism, but also for the safety of future missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Thanks to predictive maintenance powered by AI, space travel is becoming not just possible but practical. Each innovation is another step toward a future where journeys into orbit feel as routine and safe as flying across continents. But as these systems evolve, one question remains: how do we integrate this technology seamlessly into the experience of space tourists themselves? That's something we'll explore next. In the isolated and unforgiving environment of outer space, where even the smallest health issue can quickly escalate into a serious risk, staying healthy isn't just important, it's essential. That's why the future of space tourism will rely heavily on AI-driven health monitoring systems, a transformative technology designed to safeguard both astronauts and everyday travelers venturing into the cosmos. These systems, powered by wearable sensors and cutting-edge AI platforms, could very well become the ultimate personal health companions, ensuring that every tourist not only survives but thrives during their space adventure. Let's break it down. Imagine wearing a lightweight, comfortable smart suit or even a small patch attached to your skin. These advanced wearables are equipped with sensors that continuously monitor a wide range of vital signs, including heart rate, blood pressure, oxygen saturation, hydration levels, and even stress indicators. All this data is then fed into an AI-powered health platform, which constantly analyzes the information in real time. Unlike a traditional medical checkup, which provides just a snapshot of your health, these systems offer a full, dynamic picture of how your body is coping with the unique challenges of space. But here's where the technology gets exciting. It's not just about collecting data. It's about taking action. Let's say the sensors detect that a tourist's oxygen levels are slightly dropping, likely due to the effects of microgravity on their circulation. The AI doesn't just raise an alarm. Instead, it provides immediate, actionable recommendations, like increasing oxygen flow in the cabin or suggesting specific breathing exercises to improve circulation. Similarly, if dehydration levels are detected, something that happens more quickly in space due to fluid shifts, the system might recommend an exact amount of water to drink, tailored to that individual's unique physiology. It's like having a personal physician with you at all times, ensuring nothing is left to chance. And this is not just theory. NASA has already been using similar technology to monitor astronauts on the International Space Station. For example, wearable devices track how microgravity impacts bone density, muscle strength, and cardiovascular health over time. The data is critical for ensuring astronaut safety and for developing treatments or preventive measures if issues arise. The good news is that as private space ventures like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and others gear up to send tourists to space, these technologies are being adapted for broader use, making them more accessible to civilian travelers. So how does this impact space tourism? First and foremost, it lowers the barrier to entry. Let's face it, not everyone who dreams of space travel is in prime astronaut-level physical condition. But with AI health monitoring, even those with pre-existing conditions or older travelers could enjoy space safely. The technology ensures that their health is continuously tracked and managed, offering peace of mind for them and their families back on Earth. It also helps operators respond to unexpected health issues more effectively, reducing risks associated with medical emergencies far from terrestrial hospitals. Moreover, these systems could enhance the overall experience for tourists. Space travel is inherently stressful on the body. Microgravity can cause nausea, muscle loss, and fatigue, while the psychological effects of isolation can lead to anxiety. AI platforms could detect signs of stress or fatigue early and recommend tailored solutions, such as adjusting cabin lighting to regulate circadian rhythms or suggesting mindfulness exercises to keep anxiety at bay. This kind of responsiveness ensures that travelers stay comfortable and fully enjoy the awe-inspiring adventure of space. Perhaps the most exciting aspect of this innovation is its potential to advance not just space tourism, but healthcare as a whole. The technology developed for space applications could lead to revolutionary breakthroughs in health monitoring on Earth. Imagine wearable devices that predict heart attacks before they happen or recommend tailored treatments for chronic conditions in real time. The possibilities are endless. As private space tourism continues to expand, we can expect these AI-driven health platforms to become a standard part of the travel experience. They represent a perfect example of how solving the challenges of space exploration can lead to remarkable innovations that benefit us all, not just in extraordinary environments but in our everyday lives. With health as the top priority, these systems are paving the way for space tourism to be as safe and rewarding as possible, proving that even in the vast unknown of outer space, technology can make us feel cared for and secure. Now imagine you're preparing for the adventure of a lifetime, your very first trip to outer space. Naturally, there's excitement, but maybe there's also a little apprehension. What will zero gravity feel like? How do you move through a spacecraft without floating uncontrollably? And what if you get overwhelmed by the unfamiliar surroundings? This is where the seamless integration of virtual reality and artificial intelligence steps in, making the preparation process not only more effective but also more exciting. Picture this: days or even weeks before your launch, you put on a lightweight VR headset and are instantly transported into a hyper-realistic simulation of the International Space Station. Every detail is designed to mimic reality, from the layout of the spacecraft to the way objects move in microgravity. But this isn't just any VR experience. With AI at the core of the system, the simulation becomes dynamic and interactive, responding to your actions in real time. As you navigate your way through the station, the AI tracks your movements, offering personalized feedback on how to better control your motion in zero gravity or how to safely secure yourself during tasks. If you're struggling with a particular maneuver, the system adjusts the difficulty, breaking down tasks step by step until you feel completely confident. For example, let's say you're learning how to eat in zero gravity. The VR simulation hands you a virtual food packet, and as you try to open it, you accidentally let it float away. Instead of simply resetting, the AI pauses to give you practical advice, like how to stabilize yourself against a surface while keeping the packet in place. Then, with practice, you try again until the motion feels natural. This kind of adaptive learning ensures you gain real-world skills in a virtual environment, all while building your confidence for the actual trip. One of the most revolutionary aspects of this technology is its potential to reduce anxiety. For many, the thought of floating in an unfamiliar environment or staring out at the vastness of space can feel overwhelming. But by virtually experiencing these scenarios beforehand, travelers can acclimate to the sensations and sights of space from the safety of Earth. The AI can even detect if you're feeling stressed, measuring your breathing patterns or the slight hesitation in your movements, and respond accordingly. Perhaps it dims the simulated environment slightly or guides you through calming exercises, making the preparation process both supportive and empowering. This fusion of VR and AI isn't just about teaching you how to function in microgravity or navigate a spacecraft. It's about creating an entirely immersive, emotional, and psychological rehearsal for the journey ahead. Because these systems can mimic an extraordinary level of detail, including the feeling of floating, the simulated pull of straps during liftoff, or the echo of sound in a confined cabin, they allow tourists to experience the challenges and wonders of space in a controlled way. This lowers barriers to entry, making space travel accessible to a broader audience, even those who might initially feel intimidated. However, as exciting as this innovation is, it also raises some thought-provoking ethical questions. With VR simulations becoming so lifelike, will travelers start to question the boundary between what's simulated and what's real? If someone spends weeks in a virtual space station that feels just as immersive as the real thing, will that blur the line for their actual experience in orbit? And what about the potential for overconfidence? While VR and AI can prepare travelers for many scenarios, space is inherently unpredictable. How do we ensure that travelers don't rely on simulations alone to handle real-world challenges? These questions highlight the importance of using VR and AI as complementary tools rather than replacements for human training and judgment. For now, these technologies remain an incredible gateway, helping aspiring space tourists feel mentally and physically prepared while reducing fears and increasing accessibility. As the technology evolves, the integration of AI-powered VR into pre-trip preparation could become a standard step for every space traveler, turning the overwhelming unknown into a thrilling and manageable adventure. With this level of preparation, the boundaries between Earth and the stars feel closer than ever before. Now, let's take the idea of personalized space travel even further. Imagine having your very own AI companion during your journey, a real-time personal assistant that's not just functional, but an integral part of enhancing your experience in space. These AI-driven assistants, inspired by tools like ChatGPT or Siri, would go far beyond setting reminders or answering basic questions. They would serve as your guide, problem solver, and even a conversational partner, all tailored to make your space adventure as seamless and enjoyable as possible. Picture this: as you float through the spacecraft, your assistant greets you warmly. "Good morning. Today we're passing over the Great Barrier Reef. Look out the left observation window in about 15 minutes for a spectacular view." Not only does it help you anticipate awe-inspiring moments, but it also provides context and answers to your burning questions. Curious about the glowing auroras swirling over the Earth's poles? The assistant explains the science behind them in clear, engaging terms. Or perhaps you're wondering how microgravity affects your body. It can break it down for you, offering quick tips to help you adjust more comfortably. But this assistant isn't confined to just sharing information. It's also designed to respond to your real-time needs. Let's say you start feeling cold in your cabin. With a simple voice command, "Can you warm things up a little?" The AI can adjust the cabin climate to your preference. Maybe you're having trouble sleeping due to the disorienting effects of zero gravity. The assistant can dim the lights, activate calming background sounds, and even guide you through relaxation techniques to help you drift off. In essence, it's your personal concierge, health monitor, and educational tour guide rolled into one. What makes these AI companions truly remarkable is their ability to adapt to your preferences over time. By learning from your behaviors and feedback, they can personalize your journey in deeper, more meaningful ways. For example, if you're someone who loves to stargaze, the assistant might notify you of upcoming celestial events like a rare comet passing by, so you never miss out on the best views. If you're more interested in the technical side of space travel, it could dive into details about the spacecraft's propulsion system or provide updates on mission progress. The level of customization would allow every traveler's experience to feel truly unique. These AI assistants also shine in unforeseen situations. Imagine you accidentally misplace an item in a spacecraft where everything floats away the moment you let go. Instead of frantically searching, you simply ask your assistant, and it uses location tracking tools to pinpoint the object's position. Or if you feel disoriented mid-flight, it can guide you back to your sleeping quarters or help you safely secure yourself to a surface. It's that added layer of reassurance, offering solutions in real time when you need them most. However, creating such advanced AI companions is no small challenge. For one, these systems would need to operate flawlessly in the isolated and resource-constrained environment of space. Unlike on Earth, where you can troubleshoot a piece of technology relatively easily, there's little room for error thousands of miles above the atmosphere. This means designing assistants that are not only highly reliable but also capable of functioning offline or with limited connectivity to ground-based systems. Another hurdle is ensuring these assistants can communicate naturally and empathetically. In space where travelers are far from home and potentially facing psychological stress, an AI companion that feels cold or overly robotic might do more harm than good. Developers will need to prioritize emotional intelligence, giving these systems the ability to detect subtle cues in speech or tone and respond in a way that feels supportive and human. This isn't just about functionality, it's about creating a connection, even with something artificial, to make travelers feel less alone in the vast emptiness of space. Then there's the question of privacy. With an AI companion observing and learning from your behaviors, how do we ensure that personal data remains secure and isn't misused? Travelers would need to trust that their interactions with the assistant are private and that their data won't be shared beyond the immediate purpose of enhancing their trip. Despite these challenges, the potential impact of real-time AI personal assistants on the space tourism experience is unparalleled. They have the power to make an inherently complex and unfamiliar journey feel intuitive, comfortable, and even more enriching. By blending cutting-edge technology with a deeply personal touch, these assistants could redefine how we experience space, turning every moment into an opportunity for discovery, learning, and connection. It's a glimpse into a future where artificial intelligence doesn't just support human exploration, it becomes an indispensable part of it. Now, let's imagine checking into a hotel, but not on a remote tropical island or tucked into the heart of a bustling city. Instead, your destination is orbiting Earth at over 17,000 miles per hour, with breathtaking views of the planet below and infinite stars above. Welcome to the era of luxury accommodations in space, where cutting-edge artificial intelligence is redefining how we design and experience living environments beyond Earth. Designing a comfortable, luxurious space habitat is no easy feat. Space, after all, is one of the harshest environments imaginable. There's no gravity, limited resources, and every square inch of a spacecraft comes at a premium. But this is where AI steps in, revolutionizing how we think about space architecture. Think of AI as the ultimate design collaborator. It doesn't replace human creativity but enhances it, optimizing every element of a modular space hotel for comfort, functionality, and even aesthetic appeal. Let's start with the basics, the layout. In traditional architectural design, creating a blueprint for a building often involves balancing countless variables like structural integrity, resource efficiency, and user experience. Now take those challenges and multiply them by the complexities of outer space. AI can process these variables far faster and more comprehensively than any human team. For example, it can analyze factors like the amount of radiation exposure in different parts of a spacecraft, airflow dynamics in microgravity, and even the psychological impact of confined spaces on human well-being. Using this data, AI can suggest modular designs that maximize both safety and comfort. One exciting application of this is personalized living spaces. Imagine entering your private cabin in a luxury space hotel, only to find that everything has been tailored specifically to your preferences. AI can optimize the placement of windows in your room for the best views of Earth or distant galaxies, depending on what you'd like to see. If you're someone who loves natural light, the AI might design a space with large observation panels that give you uninterrupted views of the cosmos. On the other hand, if you value privacy and a cozy atmosphere, your cabin might feature smaller windows and a more enclosed design. Even the color scheme and lighting in your room could be adjusted in real time, mimicking the calming hues of a sunset or the deep blues of a starry night based on your mood. But it doesn't stop there. Sleeping in space presents its own set of unique challenges. Without gravity, there's no such thing as lying down in a traditional bed. However, AI-designed sleeping pods could offer a solution. These pods would take into account your body shape, preferred sleeping position, and even your stress levels, creating an environment that cradles you securely in microgravity while promoting relaxation. Advanced materials and smart temperature controls could ensure that you stay comfortable throughout the night, despite the highly variable temperatures of the space environment. Companies like Axiom Space are already envisioning luxury space stations with private suites, entertainment areas, and even gourmet dining experiences. But AI can push these concepts further, creating living spaces that adapt dynamically to each traveler's needs. For instance, shared spaces like lounges or dining areas could be modular and reconfigurable. An intimate dining room for a couple one moment could expand into a wide open space for a group celebration the next, all thanks to AI-driven design that reimagines how we interact with our surroundings in zero gravity. Of course, designing for luxury in space isn't just about comfort and personalization. AI also has to account for the harsher realities of the environment. Radiation shielding, air filtration, and efficient energy usage are critical considerations. For example, AI might select materials for your room that not only create a sleek, modern aesthetic, but also provide enhanced thermal insulation and protection from cosmic radiation. It might analyze energy usage patterns across the hotel to optimize power distribution, ensuring that every traveler enjoys a seamless experience without strain on the system. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of AI-driven space design is how it balances human desires with the physical constraints of space. On Earth, luxury often means expansive spaces, elaborate designs, and abundant resources. In space, the definition of luxury adapts, prioritizing smart, efficient designs that provide comfort and beauty without wasting resources. AI acts as the bridge between our aspirations and the practical limitations of zero-gravity living, finding innovative solutions that make luxury in space feel just as indulgent as it does on Earth. The idea of 5-star accommodations in orbit might sound like a far-off dream, but with companies actively working on these concepts and AI already proving its value in space planning, that dream is closer than we think. As AI continues to shape the design and operation of space habitats, luxury travel will take on an entirely new meaning, one where human ingenuity and advanced technology come together to redefine the limits of exploration and comfort. So, as you gaze out your custom-designed window at the endless expanse of the universe, you might just find yourself wondering, could this be the ultimate getaway? When we think of space tourism, it's easy to get swept up in the wonder of it all, the breathtaking views, the thrill of zero gravity, the allure of venturing where few have gone before. But as more companies race to make space travel a reality, a pressing concern arises. How do we ensure that this new frontier doesn't repeat the mistakes we've made on Earth? Sustainability is no longer just a buzzword, it's a necessity, and artificial intelligence could be the key to making tourism beyond our planet not only possible but responsible. One of the biggest challenges in space travel is fuel consumption. Rocket launches currently require immense amounts of energy, often relying on chemical propellants that leave a significant carbon footprint. This is where AI steps in. By analyzing vast amounts of data from previous missions, AI can suggest more efficient launch trajectories, minimizing fuel use while maximizing payload capacity. For example, it might calculate the perfect launch window based on weather conditions, orbital alignments, and even the gravitational pull of celestial bodies. These optimizations, though seemingly small, can collectively lead to a substantial reduction in emissions and resource consumption over time. Imagine a future where each launch is as efficient as possible, leaving a far lighter footprint on our atmosphere. But sustainability doesn't stop at the launch pad. Once in space, managing waste becomes a critical issue. In the confined environment of a spacecraft or space station, every resource must be used wisely and waste must be minimized. AI could revolutionize life support systems by optimizing closed-loop recycling processes, turning waste products into usable resources. For instance, water recycling systems on board could become more efficient thanks to AI algorithms that monitor usage patterns and predict when maintenance is needed to prevent system failures. Similarly, AI could oversee systems that convert waste gases into clean air or process organic waste into materials that could be repurposed, creating a near-zero waste environment. These technologies not only support sustainability, but also make long-term habitation in space more viable. And then there's the challenge of preserving the extraterrestrial environments we aim to explore. The Moon, Mars, and even asteroids represent untouched ecosystems, or in some cases, barren worlds with geological and scientific value. Space tourism raises ethical questions about how we interact with these environments. Should we mine resources from the Moon to fuel further exploration, or does that cross a moral line? What happens if human activity contaminates Mars, potentially interfering with the search for microbial life? AI, with its ability to process massive datasets and weigh various outcomes, could help us make informed decisions. By analyzing the environmental impact of potential actions, AI could guide ethical policies for space tourism, ensuring that exploration is balanced with preservation. For example, before establishing a tourist outpost on the Moon, AI could simulate the long-term effects of human activity on its surface. It might model how construction could disrupt the Moon's regolith, or how light pollution from settlements might affect astronomical observations. These predictions could then inform stricter guidelines, such as limiting the size of human footprints or ensuring waste material is returned to Earth rather than left behind. The goal would be simple: to explore without exploiting, to expand humanity's reach without diminishing the environments we touch. Beyond the practical, AI also raises deeper philosophical questions about humanity's role in space. Should AI take on the responsibility of enforcing ethical tourism practices, or would that take control away from humans? Could AI play a role in deciding which worlds are left untouched, serving as a kind of watchdog for our species' behavior? These are questions we'll grapple with as we push further into space. While AI offers powerful tools to minimize environmental impact, we must ensure those tools align with humanity's long-term goals, both for exploration and for stewardship of the cosmos. Ultimately, AI has the potential to make space tourism not just a groundbreaking experience, but a responsible one. By optimizing fuel efficiency, managing onboard waste, and guiding ethical policies, AI could help us navigate this new frontier with care and foresight. If we get it right, space tourism could serve as a model for how innovation meets sustainability, a reminder that the universe isn't just ours to explore, but a legacy we must protect for generations to come. For most of us, the idea of space travel feels like a dream that's just out of reach, a luxury reserved for billionaires and a select group of highly trained astronauts. But could artificial intelligence change that? Could it take this extraordinary privilege and transform it into a possibility for the everyday person? While today's space tourism industry caters to the world's wealthiest, AI is emerging as a powerful tool that has the potential to democratize space travel, lowering costs, simplifying access, and even offering entirely new ways to experience the cosmos without ever leaving Earth. Let's start with cost, one of the largest barriers to space tourism today. A single ticket to orbit can cost tens of millions of dollars, thanks to the immense expenses involved in launching a spacecraft and safely returning it to Earth. However, AI can help reduce these costs significantly. One way it does this is by optimizing operational efficiency. Using predictive models, AI can analyze patterns in fuel usage, spacecraft maintenance, and crew scheduling, identifying opportunities to save resources and reduce waste. For instance, by predicting when a spacecraft component is likely to fail, operators can avoid expensive last-minute repairs. Over time, these savings add up, making launches more affordable and helping companies pass those savings on to travelers. Another application of AI is streamlining the logistics of space travel. Right now, booking a trip to space is a highly complex process involving countless safety checks, legal requirements, and logistical hurdles. AI could help simplify this by acting as a one-stop platform for potential tourists, managing everything from securing their medical clearances to personalizing their travel itinerary. Imagine an AI assistant guiding you through the entire process, from selecting the most cost-effective launch date to helping you prepare for the physical demands of microgravity. This accessibility could open the door for more people to participate in space tourism by removing some of the headaches and hidden costs. But perhaps the most exciting opportunity lies in how AI could bring space experiences to people who may never physically leave Earth. Through technologies like augmented reality and advanced simulations, AI could offer affordable and incredibly immersive versions of space travel. Imagine putting on an AR headset and stepping into a virtual spacecraft where you experience the sensation of liftoff, float in zero gravity, and look down at a hyper-realistic rendering of Earth from orbit. AI would adapt the experience in real time, allowing you to explore the ISS or walk on the surface of Mars, all from your living room. These virtual experiences wouldn't just make space tourism more inclusive, they could also inspire millions by providing a taste of what it's like to venture into the cosmos. However, as promising as this future sounds, it's worth asking a crucial question. Could AI really democratize space travel, or might it unintentionally create an even greater divide? After all, even with AI-driven cost reductions, actually traveling to space may remain prohibitively expensive for most people, at least in the near term. While AR and simulations could make the experience more accessible, some might argue that these virtual alternatives pale in comparison to the real thing, potentially dividing humanity into those who can afford to leave the planet and those who can only dream of it. To mitigate this, we must ensure that AI is used not only to make space travel efficient but also equitable. For instance, competitive pricing models enabled by AI could create tiered options offering more flexible payment plans or group discounts. Companies could also develop outreach programs using AI-driven simulations to engage underprivileged communities, inspiring the next generation of scientists, engineers, and dreamers, regardless of their socioeconomic background. Ultimately, whether AI becomes a bridge that connects us all to the stars or a tool that deepens existing divides will depend on how we choose to implement it. But one thing is certain, AI has the power to reshape how humanity accesses and experiences space, turning what was once a distant dream into something far more tangible. And in doing so, it may not just democratize space travel but inspire a global shift in how we see ourselves, no longer bound to Earth but united by a shared future among the stars. As we stand on the edge of this incredible new era, it's hard not to marvel at the possibilities that lie ahead. A future where a trip to space is as personalized and seamless as a vacation to your favorite beach. It might sound like science fiction, but artificial intelligence is making it a reality. From crafting tailor-made itineraries that align with your every preference to ensuring spotless safety protocols and even pioneering sustainable technologies, AI is undoubtedly the backbone of personalized space tourism. It's the invisible force working behind the scenes, turning the dream of exploring the stars into an achievable and unforgettable experience. But with such groundbreaking innovation comes great responsibility. As much as we're unlocking the wonders of the cosmos, we're also faced with critical questions about how we do it. How do we ensure that these incredible opportunities are accessible to more than just the wealthy elite? Accessibility is key, not just in lowering costs, but in making this adventure inclusive, inspiring individuals from all walks of life. And then there's the ethical side of exploration. How do we balance our innate desire to explore with our responsibility to preserve the pristine environments of celestial bodies? The Moon, Mars, and beyond aren't just destinations, they're shared legacies of humanity, and AI has a vital role to play in helping us protect them from overreach and exploitation. Sustainability, too, will define this exciting frontier. AI's ability to optimize resources, minimize waste, and reduce the carbon footprint of launches will be critical in ensuring that space tourism doesn't mirror some of the environmental mistakes we've made on Earth. These technologies give us a chance to rethink how we interact with our planet and our universe. They remind us that exploration and preservation don't have to be opposing forces. In fact, when guided by intelligent innovation, they can go hand in hand. And what about you? Imagine standing at the edge of an observation window, gazing down at Earth, a glowing blue jewel suspended in the darkness of space.